but that one shocked me.
Up with Kawhi and Derek Jones, Zubac.
The last couple of days going from shock half over his last 4 seasons and making sure he doesn't have a reoccurrence.
All dominant guards in Dallas. Shots every time down the floor.
That award, besting Michael Jordan. All is filling up and
is in his last 4+ games.
About the Lakers needing another big.
Will stay in the starting line.
Reeves sprinting to the basket.
Becoming a legacy player and move on from Luka. Would it be second guessing of signing that?
And I think Luka Doncic conditioning, but as he moves.
Pending, the Lakers have grabbed the 13.
It was a great effort by.
And James, a little turnaround up at H and go wild, thinking about LeBron and Luka.
He's averaged almost 13 a game.
We're checking Harden right now. His way in on Benson.
With the guys they have left.
Soon with that abdominal strain.
For the years.
Derek Jones Jr. And we're all tied at 18. The clip top 6 and stay that way as LeBron.
Post doesn't like to go. He's done a fabulous job.
Shots, 2 of those are 3-pointers. Hart
that has been better than Norman, including Steph Curry.
Right now sets up Hachimura. Returns tonight and off to a great start.
The other day in Toronto, 6 for 8.
Leonard running the majority of their 3-ball. Their 5th.
10 made 3s.
Shooting it so well right now. Third best, they're top 5. Inside.
You hope that they're not going to be able to do it.
Done inside in traffic.
AJ Redick has Nate McMillan to give up another layup coming out of the top.
Of the year for the Bulls last year. They're staring at an 8-game road trip, which would be great.
In the last few years.
Conference.
I think so. And look, Nikola Jokic might be the
over Clippers. James, what a pass.
He's one of 3 guys with 26 third.
Great names right there. Braun backs his way in
the NBA.
Yep. Incredible.
That's unforgivable. You get
the board here in the first quarter is man. The nothing run. LeBron James. Oh, what a pass. Coffee.
Our shifts. We have to be a team.
Lakers coach right away, but here to reconcile with those guys.
Being the head of their defense, one of the top 5 players.
Sat in the middle of the night, and they stayed to take care of itself, and I'm sure.
I mean, how about this one? 7 assists, 2 of them are LeBron's. And Oscar Roberts, 22 points in the paint.
Gets up in the air, finds Coffee. Sets up Hachimura once again. LeBron rises up 1 and a 10-2.
On the year, they only give up 12.
22 makes. They've hit 9 threes. Again, 3-pointer.
Way too many layup, but easy ones.
Finney Smith, minutes on the floor. Those. LeBron on his way. Porter Jr.
Inspired effort, not great in communication there.
Beyond the arc for the Lakers thus far. Inside the paint. Sits down next to his twin, Doncic. Reeves, little turnaround. Zubac runs into a wall. Average a double-double this year, Zubac.
Great all around. Be even bigger going forward with
Coffee. A little bit out of control. Not fake drives. Hachimura.
Fantastic, 14th in the league in game. He's a guy that James Austin Reeves hatch him that group. He's never had that role.
He's got 15 all. Starting this one 0 for 6.
The night. Against a team that is
first half by the Lakers. Let's give he's always fun to watch. An amazing effort. The money's going to up high enough to be able to see just 2 and house he was running just gone. The Lakers.
Yeah, look, that's hit close to home. To
and
LeBron James.
Doncic, you worship LeBron. This performance tonight is first. Vincent, that's a
player in the first half.
Start him as a matter of fact. Next, he's got to put one up. Elevate. Gets to the corner. 3-ball. Good.
On one fast break. And in
possession. And she's by 20. Zubac had a little push it back. James fouled.
To contact. And can
step on LeBron.
For the Clippers, but they got to get this
into the corner. It goes. The 3-ball. Third quarter from Intuit Dome. Powell had a nice first half. They combined to go 5 for listening to some sound from JJ. If you are just joining us here, is Derek will not play Thursday in a game.
And gives up a back cut to the point of becoming a liability.
Out to Powell in the corner. No. On the other side, Hachimura.
That's the difference.
Assist from Kevin McHale in his coaching days.
And shut them both down.
Halftime, he said there was no message for us.
Harden has drawn all year. yelling at the refs to win.
Fly by and then dunk it.
James breaks inside Zubac. Clippers trying to fight their way back here. Ball's moving better. Joe Harden running with Jones Jr. who can
to get back in the game. They've picked up here in the second half. Average for a game is
goes right by him and lays it in. Hachimura here as Jones Jr. gives it to breath of air and everything. I was waiting for it. Here you use your Amex card and request Philadelphia. Anthony Davis did not, but Davis a month ago finds Jones Jr.
for himself and for his.
Powell sticking with Reed position and Leonard drive. Season gets his own a couple of times. Advantage through the last few. James Harden will shake and bake. He's in that sixth spot, top six
against the Lakers. They can keep those guys together. As a ball-dominant point guard, the bench for the Spurs.
This has been already in Banks and Patty Mills. Neither have played.
There's still time in a hurry. This is on the bench. Zubac, Drew Eubanks can help with that.
In picking up or signing.
That buyout market. Batum late close.
Basically on minimum.
Got a deflection.
What did he say in the huddle?
Fair Garden Saturday in a win over the Knicks.
When the Lakers
splits the double, is fouled on his way against February 12th, 7 p.m. Eastern. Shake Milton and it.
Jay and Luka would admit he was on the team that JJ was a part of the Dallas map.
Going to be the major question. Looked about the Dallas perspective of that for the now and the future, not the move right now.
We'll say obviously that when it all comes out, but
Harrison said there were unknowns, obviously unable to offer such $1 million, and then the following season this summer, but I think Lakers term.
Well, whatever the Super Bowl has, be more moves to occur. Team Shaq.
The thinking around the league, a manager admitted earlier today that the Lakers are going to have to make.
It's like, look, you've got LeBron up front, both their depth at Houston, Memphis, and
in his 27 minutes, 8 points, 9
games as Dunn gets his
Here's Golden State and Jared
bucket. Norman Powell is now scoring.
Transition three-pointer, no good. 82. Here's Coffee, 26, 8, and 8 for LeBron. Part of.
But then Toronto
and
had 4 made threes against
108-83 being traded from the Utah Jazz. And his ideal missed the first 34 games.
He's not feeling any pain in that right.
Against the Spurs in 48 for the Clippers here in the fourth quarter.
Crowd react. Gets the block in
their own front offices, but every
20-year-old Bronny James playing and
he's got to shoot the ball better. 2% from 3.
A forgettable night here at Intuit Dome. His coaching staff raves for 3, looking for his first in the league. 3-pointers in the NBA.
The all-time leading scorer, a considerable windfall.
Year-old out of Missouri.
I think he'll bring great energy. Eubanks will give him, and Ron had tonight. And
ready to move on.
This got to add a lot of discipline to it.
Our coverage. It's only on TV.
Davis probably thought he was getting pranked.
Tonight, he's had an abdominal. Lakers have rolled tonight. Bronny goes to the basket. Playing at his 3rd straight.
The Australian team.
Time coming over in that trip. Owns Highland. Unable to stay in. He'll take the free throw. Still trying to find it.
In the NBA.
A turnover and high effort level tonight from the Clipper
game tonight.
Milton up top. To discuss this week.
Games against the
Luka Doncic. And Zubac kicks it out to Powell in the corner. No, the Lakers now on the other side. Hachimura.
Been close from an effort standpoint. That's the difference.
We have one of our most famous audio assists from Kevin McHale in his coaching days.
Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, and shut them both down.
Which the Clippers said to me walking out of halftime. He said there was no message for us.
First charge James Harden has drawn all year. Had a beef on the push. Yelling at the refs to win.
Rather let the defense fly by and then dunk it. Of success.
A former Laker as James breaks inside Zubac. 2. As the Clippers trying to fight their way back in. Here goes Harden. Ball's moving better. Jones, they missed them both. Lakers turn it over. Harden running with Jones Jr. who can fly.
Well, this is how the Clippers have to get back in the game. They've done some defense, which they've really picked up here in the second half. Made 3, and that's what they average for a game. Is
it over to Reeves. Zubac's on him. Reeves goes right by him and lays it in. 23, 7, and 6 for James. Hachimura. Lakers on a 7-0 run here as Jones Jr. gives it to Cole.
Quite honestly,
I took like a full breath of air and everything. I was waiting for it.
Eric Jones Jr. flying to the rim.
Replacement jersey. Just make sure you use your Amex card and request. Mavericks were in play tonight, lost against Philadelphia. Max Christie did play, Anthony Davis did not, but Davis beat the Lakers here a month ago. James Harden finds Jones Jr. for 3.
Shot creator, both for himself and for his quality shots on a consistent basis.
Powell sticking with Reeves, taking over at the point guard position, and Leonard drive 11 so far tonight.
That is a weak technical foul.
John Connolly in his 4th NBA season. Zubac found the mismatch. Zubac missed it. Gets his own a couple of times. And the Clippers advantage through the last few. James Harden will shake and bake. Now 28-19. Clippers in that 6th spot. Top 6
and 3 against the Lakers. The Spurs hope they can keep those guys together. Chris Paul. Chris Paul's a ball-dominant point guard. Chris Paul's going to have to come off the bench for the Spurs.
There's to be some activity. This has been already in role pieces. Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills, neither have played lead.
There's still times can disappear in a hurry. Can be a big help when Zubac is on the bench. With Zubac on the bench, Drew Eubanks can help with that.
An apron cannot be involved in picking up or signing
players who might find themselves in that buyout market, but to them late
contention, looking to land those guys basically on minimum.
Coming to the end of the 3rd quarter, Harden got a deflection.
Oh, what did he say in the locker room? What did he say in the huddle?
Pulled double at Madison Square Garden Saturday in a win over the Knicks.
38% when the Lakers seem to beat for anybody.
Harden splits the double, is fouled on his way. Nations face-off. Coverage begins February 12th, 7 p.m. Eastern. Lakers up 21. Here goes Shake Milton, and it
briefly, or as JJ and Luka would admit, he was on the team in those few brief weeks that JJ was a part of the Dallas Mavericks.
And can he stay healthy is going to be the major question. You know, we haven't talked much about the Dallas perspective of that. His team better for the now and the future. Not he had a chance to make a move right now.
Dallas would do that. I will say, obviously, that we'll have to see when it all comes out, but
guys was about the contract. Nico Harrison said there were unknowns to offer the Supermax. Lakers obviously unable to offer such through next year at nearly $46 million, and then the following season sign any sort of extension this summer. But I think Lakers know that Luka will be here long term.
Well, whatever the case, the week of the Super Bowl has deadline coming up Thursday, so maybe more moves to occur. There's from Wilt to Kareem, Shaq.
There's no question, but I think the thinking around the league, Rob Pelinka, the team's general manager, admitted earlier today that right now, whether that is true or not, the Lakers are going to have to make.
Absolutely, and especially with the Lakers, like, look, you've got LeBron. You need to improve up front, both their depth at Oklahoma City, but maybe not even Houston, Memphis, and
just 8 points tonight in his 27 minutes, 8 points.
Well, they've done a great job the last 2 games as Dunn gets his.
We'll have the game, Lakers Golden State, and
Well, with that bucket, Norman Powell has now scored.
Back in transition, three-pointer, no good. Settle on, 105-82. Here's Coffee. Lose control here in the second half. 26-8 and 8 for LeBron. On Thursday, part of the
out. But then Toronto.
Just 26 minutes in that game Sunday. And
in the 3 games before that, had 4 made threes against.
Going to the 7-minute mark. 108-83 in their first minutes on the floor after being traded from the Utah Jazz. I'm here today, Jared, about Kawhi and his ideal to get to that place. Kawhi missed the first 34 games.
12th game of the season, and wow, the good news is he's not feeling any pain in that right.
28 and a half minutes against the Spurs, them to ramp him up. This is game 48 for the Clippers. Point game here in the fourth quarter.
Crowd react. Said a lot. This man gets the block. And
not only their own coaches and their own front offices, but every guys who don't get to play a lot.
20-year-old Bronny James playing in
is where he's got to improve at least. He's got to shoot the ball better from the floor and 32% from 3. Play the way they have tonight.
It's been a forgettable night here at Intuit Dome. Opportunities, but his coaching staff raves. James for 3, looking for his first in the league after he missed his first 9 3-pointers in the NBA.
Bucket to making the all-time leading scorer. Nice, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
That could be a considerable windfall.
Be Brown, 25-year-old out of Missouri, and that bench coach.
I think he is. I think he'll bring great energy. Options other than to play small. Eubanks will give him a willing to have the game LeBron had tonight. And I'm having a lot better night than he's having.
He's ready to move on.
Of every game, of every practice, score points. He's just got to add a lot of discipline to it.
February 16th, after NBA All-Star coverage, it's only on TV for that show.
Yeah, I think Anthony Davis probably thought he was getting pranked.
Surprised at that trade. AD did not play tonight. He's had an abdominal. Intuit Dome. Lakers have rolled tonight. Thursday. Bronny goes to the basket here in the NBA, playing at his 3rd straight.
You watch Patty Mills play for the Australian team.
Eubanks will probably get more playing time coming over in that trip. Here's the rebound. Bones Highland. So Highland able to stay in. He'll take the free throw. But still trying to find it.
And it's hard to be in a rotation in the NBA.
Man is on him, and a turnover, and Highland needed a better effort level tonight from the Clippers.
This kind of effort, we might have had a basketball game tonight.
Milton up top. A lot to discuss this week.
10th in 44 games against the
Luka Doncic